2025. This is our daily Recoup check-in with myself and Sid. Good morning, Sid. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to hear about everything going on in your world, Sweets.
So I just moved, so this weekend I did not build like I usually do. The main focus that I have for this week, well, for today, I'll just start with today. Past 24 hours or over the weekend, I moved, so no building happened. Today, I was trying to use Recoup chat like I usually do to prepare for some of my streams, and the chat just wasn't replying. I went into the logs and I saw the same MCP error. And so like I wrote to you in the chat, I'll just kind of read this out where my head is at. Chat is not responding. Sometimes it's like a hit or miss. The error that I see is MCP SSE transport error. My hypothesis is that the Perplexity hosted MCP server that we're using from mcp.so is meant for local development and prototyping and not for production usage. And that's the reason it's throwing the error. What I think we should do is self-host a Perplexity MCP server so we have greater control over the functionality and its uptime. What I want to do is get the chat to always respond. I want that the chat always responds. We want a robust chat because when it didn't reply to me, it made me frustrated and made me feel like the product wasn't working. And so the main question I want to be focusing on to start this week is what is the root cause of chat not responding or these chat bugs? Am I correct with Perplexity? Is it one of our other MCP servers? Is there a bug with Anthropic? What I don't want to do is be solving surface level symptoms. I want to be able to figure out what is the root level cause, with the fundamental question being, what is the one thing such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? So today I'm going to be deploying a Perplexity server, adding it into our front end chat and seeing if that fixes it.
Okay. I agree with you 1,000% to kind of not challenge, but double click on your hypothesis of it. Are we band-aiding or fixing the root? At one point, you had used the chat and it didn't query the the server, the MCP server for Perplexity, so the chat worked. And my question is there a way to test is there a way to run the chat without the server to see if it is the actual Perplexity server specifically?
Let's run a demo. You see on my screen?
Yeah. Because I think I think you're correct. I'm almost positive you're on the right path. But I like how you're questioning, are we 100% sure that this is the actual problem?
And so I want to go to my mail. And how will this test I'm running right now determine if we're on the right track or not? Can you explain a little bit more?
Your question was, is it the Perplexity server or is it another one of our MCP servers? So is there a way to query the chat without triggering the MCP server to run?
Is it possible for us to query the chat without the MCP server? If we get a response that tells us that the issue is living inside of MCP, which gives us
is there another MCP server that we're running other than Perplexity?
Our self-hosted Recoup MCP server.
And so the question is can we?
I've gotten the hum before. That's normal. But then if it breaks, it will just disappear and we won't see any response. All I sent was hi. So usually that will give us, in the last time we tested this, that gave us a response. It's just stuck on Let me try to go to Vercel. Recoupable this, yeah. Let's see if there's any errors in the logs.
because we know it's an MCP because that was the error that we're seeing, but we just don't know which MCP. We're assuming it's Perplexity.
Correct. Error fetching room reports, that should be fine. I think this is I think this is just like part of one of the bugs I would like to fix, which is speeding up the time between I enter in a message and we see reasoning.
Yeah. It usually doesn't take this long to answer, though. But I don't want to spend too long because I know we have another call. So I think you're on the right path. But I do agree. I think challenging. How do we figure out exactly what the problem is?
You want to run through on your side while we're waiting for this response?
Yeah, on my side, I'm sending emails to everybody, or all of our free trial, in process free trial customers to set up calls. I'm actually really excited because I'm sending them the invite and also giving them like a little bit of the report that we are generating. So it's cool to just, it's like a cool hook to show like, hey, here's a little bit of the insights that we found. And let's set up a call to like walk through even more. So I'll do that now. I'm only going to be focusing, I should want your opinion on this. I was planning on only focusing on one RPM because they are the key next level of MRR if we get them to convert. Whereas we have other customers that are in the pipeline for free trials, but it's not as big of a conversion, and I don't want to overextend ourselves. But I wanted to get your thoughts on whether you think I should reach out to everybody, or there's right now five project managers on one RPM with 5 artists each that we can onboard and get that process going. So I was going to start there.
Principle that comes to mind is less is more, simple is best, small is beautiful. I align with your thoughts.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to kind of perfect the system of onboarding them from the first email to the what do we show them during the call to what's the 24-hour email after, and then what's like just like the month look like for them for onboarding. And then other than that, I shipped the knowledge base again, so I get a final green light on that merge. And then once the chat's back up and running, I can ship all the other little tweaks to the front end UI, like formatting and code boxes.
Is that 484 in code review channel from Friday at 4:30?
Yep.
Copy. Want to do a quick review or no?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Get system prompt. Looks like cleaner code. Use artist settings. Added in content. File text. Don't know if I understand. You're adding something there. Get knowledge base content. Get artist ID for room. Knowledge text file. Get system prompt. Get knowledge base context. What is use artist settings? What are these?
Let me see. Array. The get artists for what is the use artist settings, which is that one, hooks for use artist settings.
Yeah, why are you making changes in use artist settings?
Let me see, go up. So one was upload array string, content string. This was to simplify the text context that we're using in the artist settings. So when the person uploads the file, and then it writes the file to, or it saves the file in Airweave, but then it converts the text to the JSON string in artist settings. And this was to fix a bug that wasn't converting correctly. And so it wasn't grabbing the correct context. So what this one is, it's grabbing the text from the file and then converting it into the database.
This is on upload or on retrieval of existing?
I believe. I don't know. Let me look up my. Give me a sec. I'm pulling it up. Oh, I'm on another one. Fuck, hold on. Oh. And
Where is bases and use artist settings being used?
say it again.
Where is bases from use artist setting being used?
Let me ask. Oh, I'm on Gemini. That's why. Where's my? Oh no, this. Switching to the branch where
I can stay on up to 120 more seconds.
fuck. Well, all right, in order to do that, then while that does it, is there anything else in the PR that doesn't look good?
This is the only file I don't understand why the changes are needed. So
okay, let me get you the answers, and then you can review them after your call. I don't want to keep you on for too long.
Okay. Thank you all for tuning in. If you got this far in the video, please leave us a like, give us a subscribe, and leave